Welcome you all to the course on signals and system. This video lecture is about Z transform and region of convergence. It's a part of unit 5. Now first I will define what is Z transform and what is the need of this transform, and that things first we'll discuss, then we'll move on to the examples of Z transform for any signals. Okay. So in the previous unit or in the previous lectures we discussed about how to do the analysis of periodic discrete time signals, okay, and that is by use of discrete Fourier series. And for aperiodic signal analysis we have followed discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so there are some few drawbacks in discrete time Fourier transform. To overcome that we are moving to Z transform, which is very similar like Laplace transform, which is for continuous time system analysis as well as for signal analysis. Okay, now your Z transform is defined as x of Z is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n Z power minus n. Okay, where Z is equal to r into e power minus j omega. Okay, if r is equal to minus 1, then x of e power j omega is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of n e power minus j omega n, which is nothing but your discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, so your Z transform should be in the form of polar coordinates, whereas the Laplace transform follows rectangular coordinates. Okay, now I will start with few examples how to take the Z transform for any signals. Okay, first of all I have taken causal signal. Okay, so I have considered x of n is equal to a power n u of n. Okay, so as per the Z transform formula we know that x of z is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity plus infinity x of n z power minus n. Okay, now you can able to substitute the values of x of n, which is given to us, that is nothing but a power n u of n into z power minus n, and we know that u of n is nothing but step signal, so which has the amplitude of 1 for the limit 0 to infinity, that we can substitute, so that it will become a power n into 1 into z power minus n. Okay, for the limit n is equal to 0 to infinity as per your unit step signal. Okay, now here the base is common, so that we can group the terms. So I can group like a z inverse whole to the power of n. Z inverse can be expressed as 1 by z. Okay, now it is simply a by z whole power n. Okay, now we know the Bernoulli series formula. Okay, whenever the summation n is equal to 0 to infinity a power n, provided that when mod of a is less than 1, I can apply the formula 1 by 1 minus a. Okay, 1 by 1 minus a. I will repeat the formula once again. Summation n is equal to 0 to infinity a power n is equal to 1 by 1 minus a, provided that the modulus of a value should be lesser than 1. Okay, so here also I applied the same formula, so I have taken as 1 by 1 minus a, where a is nothing but a by z. Okay, so this formula is applicable only when this value is lesser than 1. Okay, this value is lesser than 1. Now we can simplify this, so I may get 1 by 1 minus a z inverse, or otherwise z by z minus a. Okay, this is generally Z transform of any given signal x of n. Okay, now the importance of Z transform is we have to mention the region of convergence, which means that where my signal will exist. Okay, and this part is missing in the discrete time Fourier transform. Okay, now we are going to define where my signal will exist, or where, for which range of values this x of z is correct. Okay, that we have to define, similar like Laplace. Okay, so we know that magnitude of a by z should be lesser than 1. Okay, so obviously magnitude of z is greater than magnitude of a. Okay, so in the beginning itself I have told you z is nothing but r e power minus j omega. It should follow polar coordinates. Okay, so z is a circle. Okay, whereas in the Laplace transform S is nothing but a straight line. Okay, ROC is nothing but parallel lines. Here the ROC is nothing but a concentric circles. Okay. Okay, so as of now I got mod of z is greater than mod of a, which means that, so where a is the value which has some radians. Okay, so that I have taken here. So my mod of z is greater than mod of a. Okay, so which means that whenever my z value is lesser than a, this z by z minus a is not applicable. Okay, only if my z value is greater than a, I can able to use this formula, that is z by z minus a. Okay, this is one thing. Okay, so the previously I have taken causal signal. Okay, now we are going for non-causal signal. Okay, so find the z transform of x of n is equal to minus a power n u of minus n minus 1. So since it is lying in the left side of your plane, okay, then I can say it is a non-causal signal. Okay, so anyway we will try to find out the z transform for this given x of n. Okay, so just take down the z transform formula. X of z is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to infinity x of n z power minus n. Now you can substitute the values of x of n. So that is minus a power n u of minus n minus 1. Now we have to define our a range of n. Okay, that is u of minus n minus 1. U of minus n minus 1 is nothing but which has the amplitude of 1 for the limit minus infinity to minus 1. So we can substitute this limit in the x of z. So x of z is equal to summation n is equal to minus infinity to minus 1 and minus a power n z power minus n. Okay, so in the summation sum of 1 to 5 is equivalent to sum of 5 to 1. Okay, so I can interchange my limits. Okay, this is not possible in the integral, but it is possible in the summation. Okay, so instead of minus infinity to minus 1, I can change into minus 1 to minus infinity. Okay, so after that a power n z power minus n. Okay, and we all know that Bernoulli series always start with n is equal to 0 to infinity. So I should not have any negative values of n. Okay, to make it positive, so just simply I am substituting n is equal to minus n. Okay, or simply replace n is equal to minus n in the entire equations. So this will become minus n is equal to minus 1. So minus minus will make get cancels. So n is equal to 1. So this will become minus n is equal to minus infinity. So n is equal to infinity. So this will become a power minus n, and this will become z power minus of minus n will become z power plus n. Okay, now once again your base is common, so I can bring these two terms closer. So I can write like z by a whole to the power of n. Okay, now we can expand this summation by substituting n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. So by expanding this, I am getting x of z is equal to minus of z by a plus z by a the whole square plus z by a the whole cube and so and so. Okay, but my Bernoulli series always start with 1. So z by a is x's, so I should take z by a outside. So if I take z by a common from the all the terms, so now it is in the form of 1 plus z by a plus z by a the whole square and so and so. Now it looks like 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on. So whenever my series, infinite series in the form of 1 plus x square, then I can write 1 minus x whole to the power of minus 1, provided that the magnitude of x should be lesser than 1. Okay, now by taking the LCM and by minimizing the terms, so I may get my x of z is z by z minus a. Okay, even if my signal is causal, my x of z is z by z minus a. Even if my signal is non-causal, once again I am getting x of z is equal to z by z minus a. Okay, then how I can able to differentiate these two answers? Okay, only for that purpose we are bringing the region of convergence formula. Okay, so in the in the causal signals, my region of convergence is mod of z is greater than mod a. Now we'll check what is the ROC for this non-causal signal. Okay, and we know that Bernoulli is applicable only for mod x is less than 1. Okay, so here the x represents z by a. Okay, so mod of z by a lesser than 1, which is giving mod z is lesser than mod a. Okay, so where a is nothing but a numerical number, that is nothing but radius. Okay, for example, if a is equal to 0.5, then I should choose the value of z that should be lesser than 0.5. Only then I can write z by z minus a. Okay, if I am choosing a is equal to z is equal to 0.7 when a is equal to 0.5. Okay, now this formula is not at all applicable. Z transform is failed. Okay, so this is another very important thing. Okay, now so far I have considered infinite sequence. Now I will take the finite sequence. Okay, while considering finite sequence, I am going to take three cases. One is called as a right sided sequence, the other one is left sided sequence, the third one is double sided sequence. Okay, that is causal, non-causal, double sided sequence. Okay, so now for the first one is right sided finite sequence. Okay, here I have taken some right side finite sequence example. X of n is equal to 2, 3, minus 2, minus 4. Signal starts at n is equal to 0. Okay, so it's a right side sequence, so hence it is a causal signal. Okay, now you can take the Z transform for this. Okay, now if I calculate the values of n, that is time instant, so n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Now summation takes the value n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n z power minus n. Okay, now we can expand the summation so that I will get x of 0 plus x of 1 z power minus 1 plus x of 2 z power minus 2 plus x of 3 z power minus 3. Okay, from the given x of n I can able to write x of 0 is equal to 2, x of 1 is equal to 3, x of 2 is equal to minus 2, x of 3 is equal to minus 4. Okay, after substituting these values, I am getting x of z is equal to 2 plus 3 by z minus 2 by z square minus 4 by z cube. Okay, now I have to check the ROC for the obtained x of z. Okay, I can take any values of z from the real set. Okay, except z is equal to 0. Okay, if I take z is equal to 0, my x of z is not defined. Okay, so I can conclude that my ROC for the given x of n for any right hand side sequence, for right hand side finite sequence. Okay, the ROC is nothing but entire z plane except z is equal to 0. Okay, so this is for finite sequence right side. Now we will go for finite sequence left side. It is called as non-causal signal. Okay, or anti-causal signal. Okay, here I consider x of n is equal to 1, 2, 2, 1, but signal starts at n is equal to minus 3. Okay, so n is equal to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. Wherever arrow mark indicates, that represents origin. Okay, so this n takes value from minus 3 to 0. Now you can expand the summation. You can substitute values of x of minus 3, x of minus 2, x of minus 1 and x of 0. After substituting, you can bring some x of z. Okay, x of z polynomial. So finally I am getting z power 3 plus 2z square plus 2z plus 1. Okay, this is my final x of z. So now I have to conclude what is my region of convergence for the obtained x of z. Okay, now I can take any values of x of z except z is equal to infinity. If I take z is equal to infinity, my x of z is not defined. So I should not take z is equal to infinity. Okay, so for all left hand side finite sequence, the ROC is nothing but entire z plane except z is equal to infinity. Now we will go for double sided finite sequence. So my signals may exist in the left side as well as in the right side. Obviously the signal is non-causal once again. So we will take some examples of x of n. Okay, so here I have taken 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So signal starts at n is equal to -2, ends with n is equal to +2. Okay, now you can substitute these values in the formulae, then you can bring some polynomial. So here, which is nothing but 2z square plus 4z plus 6 plus 8 by z plus 10 by z square. Okay, now we should define the region of convergence for the obtained x of z. Okay, if we look into this polynomial, so only for z is equal to 0 and z is equal to infinity, this x of z is not valid. Okay, so I can conclude that for any double-sided finite sequence, my ROC is nothing but entire z plane except z is equal to 0 and z is equal to infinity. Okay, now we will move on to the next problem. Find the z transform of unit impulse signal. Okay, that is nothing but your del of n. Okay, and we all know that del of n is nothing but 1 only at n is equal to 0. Okay, now you can substitute del of n is equal to 1 only at n is equal to 0, which is nothing but 1 into 1. So I am getting x of z is equal to 1. Okay, so it is a independent function of z. Okay, whether if I take z is equal minus infinity or z is equal 0 or z is equal to plus infinity, x of z will not change. Okay, then I can define ROC as something but entire z plane. I can take any values of z, so my x of z will exist. Okay, so if you have any queries regarding this videos, you can mail to me at arunkumar@savita.ac.in. Thank you.